try to be better about that. But the beautiful thing about doing a vidcast or a podcast or anything like this is you can do them as often or as infrequent as you want to do them. That's the beauty of it. So this is today what is on Mike's mind. And today's topic, man, it's controversial. It's one of those kind of things that you don't talk about a lot, especially in mixed company, especially with people that you may not be close with, because, the old saying goes, you don't discuss religion or politics with people that you're not close with. Well, this subject kind of bridges the gap between both of those, both religion and politics, because it affects both sides of that. I'm talking about abortion. Yeah, there I said it. Abortion, a very controversial topic. Usually people are either very pro-life or very pro-choice. It's seldom that you meet somebody that's kind of in between. Me, I will tell you right off the bat, unapologetically, I am pro-life, regardless. That is how I feel. That's my opinion. If that offends you, I'm sorry. If that causes you to want to turn away now, go ahead. If you're a friend of mine and it causes you to dislike me, well, you probably weren't a real friend after all, because real friends are able to still be friends with somebody even if they disagree with them. But that's my stance. Now, let's get into this a little bit and talk about it. Abortion. In Alabama, the state that I grew up in, I can no longer say the state I live in because I just recently moved to Florida. But the state that I grew up in, my home state, just yesterday, May 15th, 2019, passed a law making abortion in Alabama illegal. The only exception is for the health of the mother. If the mother's health or life is in jeopardy, then an abortion can be legal. Otherwise, no. That includes late-term abortions, early-term abortions, if that's a phrase, abortions in general. So, a couple of things. The woman that has the abortion, she can go to jail. It's now a felony to have an abortion in the state of Alabama. And likewise, for the doctor performing the abortion, it's now a felony for him to perform an abortion as well. He can go to prison for up to 99 years. It's a stiff penalty. Now, most people that are pro-life would agree with that. They're like, awesome. Been waiting on this. I don't like abortion. Whatever. But this next part is even challenging some people who are staunch pro-lifers. And that is the fact that in this most recent bill, the law that was signed by our Governor Kay Ivey, just last night, it also takes off the table in the cases of rape or incest. Still illegal. That's tough, because that means if a girl is raped, if she is in an incestual relationship, be it consensual or not, if she has an abortion, still illegal. She still goes to jail. The doctor performing the abortion, again, still goes to jail. That's the law. And a lot of people, that's the part they're struggling with. Now, here's the thing. Again, I am pro-life 100% regardless. So those clauses don't really bother me. And I'll tell you why. Because here's the thing. Rape. Absolutely horrible. It's never happened to anybody that I know of personally. Like, it's never happened to my wife or my daughter, thank God. Anybody like that. And I know there's lots of women that have struggled with that, be it date rape, be it other kind of forms of rape. It's a terrible, horrible thing that no woman asks for. And it's something that they have to live with, the struggle, the pain of that. And add to the pain of the actual rape and the actual incident, now a child that they didn't want from a man they didn't want. My opinion, again, it's my opinion, you should still carry that child to term. Because even if you don't want that child, even if that's the last thing that you want, even if you know you would be a terrible mother, couldn't provide for it, it's murder to kill it. It's murder to abort that child. Think about all the women, all the families, all the couples out there who can't have kids that would love to take that child, raise it, supply for it, and you're taking that opportunity away from them? I don't agree with that. What about incest? Not only is that wrong, that's just nasty, as they say. Even in Alabama, that's nasty. Again, abortion is never the answer. Adoption can be. People have asked me very frankly, what about your own daughter, Mike? Because I have an 18-year-old daughter. God forbid if something like that ever happened to her. If she was ever raped or in some type of incestual relationship, would I still expect her to carry it to term? Excuse me. I say yeah. Yeah. I would, and I would tell her that. Would I love her through it? Absolutely. There's nothing on this earth that could cause me to stop loving my daughter. But I would not support her decision. In my mind, she would be a murderer. I can still love a murderer, but it does not mean I have to accept what she did. So there's my answer. Now, I also make no apologies. In fact, I'm proud of this. I am a Christian. I was raised in a Christian home by Christian parents. I have very conservative views. You can probably guess who I voted for. If you don't like that, again, I'm sorry. Now, do I think he's done everything right? Is he perfect? Nope. In fact, most of the time I think he's a jerk. But he's my president. In my opinion, he's done more right than wrong. And so I support him. Now, but that has nothing to do with this whole argument, in my opinion. But I am conservative. I am Christian. But I would still feel this way regardless. Even if I were atheist and didn't believe in a God, was the farthest thing from God, I really still think and feel as if I would have the same opinion. And let me try to explain that. The definition of murder is pretty, for no pun intended, cut and dry, right? There's not a lot of gray area. It's the taking of another human being's life. So let me paint a very gruesome, but a very real picture to you. And this is the part that's never made sense to me. Logically, I'm not a smart man, but this just doesn't make sense to me. So imagine there's a pregnant woman, and in a very heinous act, somebody takes out a knife, cuts their stomach open. The baby, who was once inside the stomach, the womb, is now hanging outside the stomach of the womb, or the womb, still attached to the mother by the umbilical cord, but now outside the body cavity. If that child dies as a result of that act, the person that commits that crime, what are they charged with? Murder of a human being. Murder. If the mother also dies, that's double murder. However, a doctor with the PhD on their diploma can perform an abortion and, for all intent and purposes, kill that same child just a few inches underneath the skin, inside the womb, inside the stomach. And that's legal in a lot of states. right? That doesn't make sense. Does not make sense at all. Outside the stomach, murder. Just a few inches inside the stomach, same beating heart, same brain, same lungs, same feet, arms, eyes. It's legal in a lot of places. To me, that don't make any sense at all. Another, even more gruesome scenario. Late-term abortion. If you've never done any research on what late-term abortion is, I invite you to look it up. It's not pretty. In fact, it's absolutely horrific. It's gruesome. So if you're a young child or have young children in the room watching right now, maybe turn away. Or you know what? Actually, let them watch it, because that's the problem. A lot of people don't know. They don't know what they don't know. But did you know in a late-term abortion, here's how it works. The doctor performing the abortion will deliver everything except the head of that baby. So the feet, the knees, the legs, the torso, the chest cavity, the arms, the elbows, the fingers, everything up to the actual base of the skull, the head of the child, is outside of the mother's vagina. If that doctor pulls that child a few more inches to where the head is now outside the vagina and kills that child at that point, that is now murder, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, the bugs are eating me. That is murder. That doctor will be charged with murder if he kills that child. If he kills that child once it's outside of the mother's vagina. However, if that same doctor leaves the head inside the vagina, takes a sharp object, plunges it into the base of that baby's skull, sucks its brains out until it's dead, but never delivers the head, that's legal. That is what is called a late-term abortion. And that's legal. Again, just a few inches. And somehow now it's legal. I'm going to go in the house before the bugs eat me. So please, someone explain to me the logic behind that. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. And again, really has nothing to do if I'm Christian or non-Christian. That just doesn't make sense. Now, the other argument. Should the government get to decide what a woman does with her body? Well, we've already talked about it's murder, in my opinion. Does a woman get a right to decide who she murders? No. Again, our government's pretty cut and dry on what happens when someone murders somebody. They go to jail. It's illegal. So does a woman have a right to decide if she's going to kill her mom, her best friend, her brother, her sister, her aunt, her uncle, a stranger down the street? No. If she does, she goes to jail. But yet we're saying, oh, that same woman should have a right. It's her body. She can do what she wants to. She wants to take the life of that child? That's her right. Really? But yet if she goes out and kills somebody, she's charged with murder. If that same woman goes down the road to a pregnant woman, cuts her stomach open, the baby's exposed, it dies. Well, now she's a pregnant woman killing a baby, and she's charged with murder. But if she does it while the baby's inside of her own stomach, she's not. Interesting. It's a tough topic. I don't have all the answers, but that's my opinion. This is May 16th, 2019. That's what's on Mike's mind. Got a comment? Put it below. Again, I don't expect them all to agree with me. In fact, this is very controversial. I don't know that I'll do a lot of commenting back, but I'd love to hear your comments. Please keep them clean, otherwise they will be deleted. Thank you so much.